Hi guys, I hope you are fine. Me too, I am doing well. So guys, before us is a question which we want to attempt. Guys, this question is on integral, and that is indefinite integral. So the question is evaluate integral of dx all over x cubed plus 3x squared minus 4. So guys, we start off. So we need now guys to look at this, and this one is actually a polynomial. Guys, most of the time we are given one of the solution of a polynomial, but in this case we don't have any solution. And so guys, what we do, we actually do what we call try and error method. For example guys, if I could put maybe 1 here, 1 cubed is 1 plus 3 times 1 squared, you find that this one will get 4 minus 4 and it is equal to 0. In other words, we quit the polynomial to 0 to get our factors. And so guys, I have been able now to get that one of the factors, or one of the root, is x equals to 1. And so guys, if I have one root, then I can be able now to get the other root, because I'll have to transform this root into a factor. And the way you transform it is supposed to be now x minus 1 equals to 0. So that is one of the factor. To get the other factors, guys, I'll need now to come and divide this polynomial by that. And that's what exactly I'm going to do right now. So I'm writing my polynomial here in order to divide by x minus 1. X minus 1. And so I can write it like this: x cubed plus 3x squared. Then here I can write, I go another lower degree and I write now 0x squared. Like that guys, now minus 4. And you will see the reason why I have written like this guys. This is actually 1. It's actually x raised to 1. It's not x raised to 2, but x raised to 1. And so now we come and now look for a number. Now we are using, maybe I could try to separate this one like that, so that now we come here and say, what number do we have, so that when we multiply we get x cubed. We ignore the other numbers, we look at the first number, and that one is x squared. X squared multiplied by x is x cubed. And go ahead, x squared multiplied by negative 1 is x negative x squared. And up to there, guys, so the rest is going to be 0. So we can write plus 0 plus 0, like that. Guys, we continue to divide. I now draw a line here, just like in the normal division, guys. I come and subtract. If I subtract, we get 0. So we are going to subtract all the like terms. This is 0. This one is going to be 3x squared minus minus. Remember, this is not the minus I have talked about here. This is another minus. So it is 3x squared minus minus x squared, which now comes to 4x squared. Then we come here. Here we have 0 and 0. So we shall still have our 0. Like that. We come here, we say minus 4 minus 0. That gives us minus 4. Like that. Now we come and look for another number. If you multiply by this, you get 4x squared. and that number is going to be plus 4x. So this one, if you multiply by x, it will give us this 4x squared. Then multiply 4x by -1. This one now is going to give us -4x. Remember, this is the line for the x, though there is nothing. Though there is nothing, guys, this is the line for x, the column for x. And then finally here we have nothing here, plus 0. Now we come and find the remainder there. We say 4 minus 4 is 0, and that's what we desired. So we use that minus even to apply to others like terms. So 0x minus 4x. So those are two minuses will give us 4x. And so here we shall get 4x. And then here minus 4 minus 0. This one now gives us minus 4, like that. So guys, I hope all is well. We now come and look for another number that now can give us 4x, and that number is going to be plus 4. So this is going to be 4x. 4 multiplied by -1 is -4. So guys, you can see now we have been able now to find out our factors, because now we get 0 as our remainder. And that's what we really desired. And so guys, we come here and say our next factor, which contains two factors. This is actually a quadratic equation. I can write it here, is x squared plus 4x plus 4. So this one is, we are going to break it into 2. And for those who are familiar with this quadratic equation, this one now comes to x minus plus 2, x plus 2, like that. I know most of us can be able to solve quadratic equation, and so I have just decided to skip that step. But if you multiply this, you'll get that. And so I have skipped a step, 1 or 2, of which I believe you are okay. If you are doing integration, then quadratic equation would be chicken feed for you. And now guys, we have another two factors here. So guys, I now come and write my equation there. I come write integral of now all the factors. One of the factors is x minus 1, and then these two, which we can combine to be x plus 2 squared. And then up there guys, we have dx. So we can split this into partial fractions. And then this is now how it is going to be. X minus 1 there, we have a plus b. We write x plus 2. And finally we write c, x plus 2 squared. So this one comes from the laws of partial fractions. That is, when you are doing partial fraction, there are some rules that we follow. So if you have something like this, guys, we first of all write it raised to 1, then raised to 2. If it was 3 here, we could still have another one, x plus 2 raised to 3. But now, since now it's up to 2, we get to that figure. Now guys, from there we come and look for a, b, and c. So we are going to say 1, which is now here. We are now, first of all, we are not dealing with the integral now. We are just dealing with now 1, because here we have 1. For dx and in the integral, we shall deal with it later. So we have 1 all over. It's not actually all over, we just let it be like that. 1 is equals to, now a divided, this x minus 1 divided by that, you will get x plus 2 squared a, like that. Guys, if you may not understand that, let me explain it to you. So guys, let's say you had something like this, that is 5 all over 6 is equals to a over 2 plus, let's say here 1 over 3. And guys, you need to get what is a. So what you do, you come and do like this. You say 2 divided by 6. That one you get 3. Then 3 you multiply by a. You come to this. You say 3 divided by 6. That is 2. You multiply by 1. Then this one we equate it to 5. So when we equate it to 5, guys, then you are able now to find what is a. And so guys, essentially that is what I am now doing. So I will come now and say I have finished with a. So I will come to b now. I will say plus x plus 2 divided by that. Then I will have b. I will multiply by b after dividing, which now we will get x plus 2. Because this is 1, there is another one which I have written there, and then x minus 1. Plus, we come to c now. Maybe I could write here for c. Plus c will be this divided by that. We are only left with x minus 1. So guys, that is the equation now we are going to use. So for us to be able to find a, b, and c, guys, the easiest way to do that is you set x, this one, there is a bracket there, x to be equal to 1. So that, guys, you can be able now to eliminate, like this one, you eliminate also this one. So you are left with only a as unknown. And so guys, if I set x to be 1, I will cancel that because 1 minus 1 is 0. Multiply by c is 0. This one is 0. Multiply by that is 0. So we are left with 1 equals to, now x, I have said 1. 1 plus 2, that is now 3 squared a, which now translates to a is equals to 1 over 9, because 3 squared is 1 over 9. We continue, guys. I can set now, because now I am looking for either a or b. I can set for, maybe I can say, yes, I will now eliminate this. I will say now x is equals to, this one a I have been able to find. I will now set for x plus 2 so that I am left with this. So I will say set x to be equal to now -2. So that now, guys, we can eliminate our a here. We eliminate that because this 0 is also 0. So we shall be left with that and this 1. So we shall have 1 is equals to c. Then if you put -2 there, it's going to be -3. So guys, this one is now going to give us c equals to 1 over -3. So now, guys, we have been able now to find the two values. We are now remaining with the b. For b, guys, we can use what we call coefficient of x squared. This one is easy because for coefficient of x squared we don't have x squared here. So the coefficient of x squared is going to be 0 now. And for that one, guys, it's quite easy because for x squared we have ax squared. If you expand this one, you'll have x squared alone. So you shall multiply by a, it will be a. Then come here, this one you expand, you'll have x squared first as the first term, you multiply by b. So our coefficient for x squared here will be a. And right now coefficient of x squared is 0. And then here we have a. And then we have plus b. But that one, guys, you need to expand that and see that x squared will be alone. You multiply by b. So you have bx squared plus other terms. Here you shall have ax squared plus other terms. But we are only interested with x squared. Which now on our side here, it's like we have 0x squared. And so, guys, we come now and say a is 1 over 9. And so, guys, without saying, b then should give us negative 1 over 9, because that is what now gives us 0. So, guys, after identifying a, b, and c, we are now going to come and just integrate that. We now leave that, we integrate that, having known the unknowns. So we shall have integral of a. We are saying a is supposed to be 1 over 9. So we shall have 1 over 9. And then we have dx all over x minus 1 plus, for b is negative, so I can leave it as negative. So we have 1 over 9 integral dx x plus 2. Then we go to c. That will be plus, it's still negative. C is still negative. We have it here as negative. Integral of, this is dx x plus 2 squared. And so we do that, guys. So when we do that, guys, here we are going to have 1 over 9. This one usually is ln x minus 1. This other one is still ln x plus 2. And finally we have negative. This one we can do like this, guys. We can put this x plus 2 at the top here so that we have a third. Then integral of x plus 2 raised now to negative 2 according to the laws of indices, whereby if you put a number up from the denominator, you have to change the sign of the power. So, guys, finally we are going to have our solution as 1 over 9 ln x minus 1. We can actually factor out 1 minus 9 so that we are left with, now here we shall have ln x plus 2 like that, minus, we can now find the integral for that. This is 1/3, and this one now is going to be x, if you plus 1 is going to be x plus 2 raised to negative 1, minus, meaning that this is now going to change to plus. And I can put my figure down here. Instead of putting x plus 2 raised to negative 1, I can bring it down here as x plus 2 now raised to 1. Guys, I hope you understand that. Maybe I can explain a bit what I mean. So this is what I mean, guys. This one is going to be x plus 2. When you integrate, you'll have minus 2 plus 1, you get negative 1, all over negative 1 there, and still you have negative 1 over 3. So guys, you can see this negative and this negative is going to cancel. And then I can bring now this x here down, so that now we have x plus 2, like that. And also, of course, my 1/3 is still there, but now it's going to be plus. So that's what, guys, I have done here. And then from there, this one is now going to be plus constant, like that. So just to finish off, guys, as you become more patient, this one now is going to be 1 over 9. We can now combine this one to read as ln x minus 1 all over x plus 2 plus 1 all over 3x plus 2 plus c. So guys, that is the solution for that problem. So guys, thank you for listening to me. Bye bye.